Okay, it's 5:58 on Monday the 23rd of January 2023. And as some of you may know, I posted a post earlier today about a very deep grieving process that I was going through. Now I've had about three of them today. Today's just been a particularly challenging day. They do exist. So just letting you know I'm down here. We came down to the river. We got here, as you know, I said we had, petrol in the van for 2 trips. So I had to be mindful of which one the second trip was going to be. I didn't take the dogs yesterday, so they needed to come today. And treated myself to a servo coffee, the $2.50 cerebral coffee. And the dogs and I are now about to go for our walk. It's nearly 6 o'clock, and as you can see, it's still very, very, very sunny. Very, 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 very sunny and quite hot, but really nice. I'm walking barefoot as usual, which I like because then when we get further up, I can start wading in the water. But this bit we just walked through the sand and the dirt. I'll show you the dogs a little bit later. Big blob of dried out horse poo. I love that the people with their horses come here as well as people with their dogs. It's just a really lovely spot to come to. As you can see, the water is getting very, very, very... it's really hard with these videos. You can see that the water's getting very algified. So I have to be quite mindful of where the little one in particular, little Zeena, who's actually only 4 months now, I have to be mindful of what water she goes in, because I've got to build up an immunity to the algae that's in the water. Right now I'm just... Look at that. You see that little mud thing that I just trod in? That's black, man, that's black. Anyways, yeah, it's definitely going down, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This water is definitely, I reckon it was up to here only last week, and it's still wet there. Look at that, it's still wet. Still wet there, which means only even 2 days ago it was dry there. So, I mean wet there. Sorry, I'd say the water was up to here. Can you see my foot? Yeah. So you can see how far it's gone in. And you can see the algae. Don't drink that. Zeena, don't drink it. Okay, now up here is that clear spot that we were at the other day. I'm comfortable with that water. Don't drink that, please. Oh, no, she's too used to drinking this river water. Anyways, you know what? Immunity's got to be built up eventually. So, yeah, can't be too precious about these things. But look at that. Can you see the clearness in the water? It's really nice. So I'm up to my knees at the moment. Still quite deep. It's really nice. I like it a lot. There's a bit of a steep bankment there, so I might just get onto the sand, and then I'll get over to here where there's a... Just wonder what Alvin's looking at. Look at him. Look at him. He's like... Can you see him? Laying there, looking like he was about to stalk something. Oh, he almost wanted to jump on me. He's so glad we're here. He's so happy we're here. it's really adorable, peoples, because after I did that grief video, I was determined to, absolutely determined to get on some plastering or some cement work or some painting, or main thing is the set plastering and the painting, so I can get the kitchen in order. But I've also got these fences that I've got to put up for the dogs around. There's an area that I want to fence off, which I've shown in a previous video, and the reason I want to fence it off is because they're digging up some of those baby plants that I've put in the ground, and then I've decided that I'm just going to fence that area off for they can be in there when I have the back gate open, and when I'm not at home they can be on the outside of the fence, so they're not in the garden area. So when I do leave home for work and various things like that, I know that they're not going to ruin my garden. And I'm also going to do a big pond so that they can, at the moment I've got like a little baby pond, a little blue, that was a muddy bit. You know those little wading pools, those little blue shell wading pools you can get from Bunnings? I got one of them, but which Zeena jumps in constantly. She gets hot. So my glasses keep falling down. I think the arms are loose or something. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is she has water, a little bit of water, which she utilises because she gets hot really easy, but it's not enough. So I've got to get a lot more water. I've got to get a lot more water happening. Anyways, also what I'm trying to say is that after that very deep grief video, which I showed you, me mindful that I've had a few moments like that today. Today's just been a very, look at how handsome he is. No, do I have him in there? Yep, there he is. Basically, yeah, I couldn't seem to get motivated, so I laid down on my bed, and I was even going to take a video going, this is also what grief looks like. Just got bitten by Marchie. I was going to show that part of the grief process as well, laying in bed, just laying there, just resting. It's like the integration of deep emotions, you know. And then there's a mother duck up there. Just not sure about. I've got a coffee. She's got a Alvin, Zeena. She's got like we were here 2 days ago. Zeena. We were here 2 days ago, and she's got like 8 little babies, and they're tiny, tiny. Alvin. They're like really little, like they're smaller than my hand, little. Oh, that might be the father duck because I just couldn't bear it if my dogs chased her with her little babies. And with this coffee in my hand, I wouldn't be able to grab them. Because yesterday I'll just show you where she was yesterday. See not the first one, but anyways, it's the pond over on that side, which you can't even see. Oh man, doing these videos backwards is so weird. Yeah, and she's got about 6 or 7 little babies. Oh, look how murky it's getting, guys. It's actually almost disgusting. Remember I found that really big pond up here the other day, and it was really up to my chest. I'm wondering if that's still got water in it. So Look at them in their grass. I could sit here and just let them roll in the grass and drink my coffee. The walk will be much easier if I don't have to carry the strips. Don't worry, I've got a bag. I'll be putting my coffee cup in the bag. I think I might sit here because... Oh, off we go. Off we go. Where are they? There they are, the beautiful ones. Yeah, so laying in bed, inertia, kept trying to get up, kept trying to get motivated, and I just literally couldn't. And I wasn't depressed per se, but I couldn't get up. I was like, well, am I going to be here all day and all night? Obviously, I had to get up. At one point, I would have had to get up to feed the animals. But, beautiful little Alvin comes in and he goes, oh, wow, you should have seen that. That was a bright red dragonfly. I didn't know that you could get bright red dragonflies, did you? That was spectacular. I wonder if it'll come back and I can get a shot of it for you. I have to be a bit mindful. There could be snakes here. I'll show you where I just walked through. I just walked through there. So I was on that mound there that I saw the red dragonfly. Bright red, actually. Quite incredible. Alvin comes in and ever so gently, I can't remember what noise he made now, but he goes, oh, I can't remember the noise he made. It wasn't a whinge. Oh! He just pummeled her. He pummeled her. Where has she gone? He ran down that bankment and rolled her. But she's going to get bigger than him. She's actually going to be much bigger than him, right? It's not going to take her long before she's... He won't be able to roll her like that soon. I don't think he realises this. The little Zeena, cute little Zeena beaner. No, she's gonna be a big dog. Alvin was supposed to be a big dog. He was supposed to be bigger than he is now. See how he is now. Can you see him? Well, anyways, his father was bigger than him. His mother was about his size and his father was bigger, so he should have been bigger. But they're having so much fun. He's sturdy. Gentle now. He's sturdy, but nowhere near as big as I thought he was going to be. Little Zeena beaner. She's going to have a hefty body. That's the Marama in her, but she's going to be taller. She's got longer legs, I think. They're going to be about the similar size, but she'll be a bit bigger. And I'm pretty sure this is that big pond that I walked into the other day, remember? Oh, I was going to go in the water and then I just remembered I'm menstruating. Oh, I was actually going to jump in the water. I mean, if it was just me and I wasn't videoing it, maybe I would, take my clothes off, but I like just to go and keep it simple, keep my summer clothes on, but... Oh, this is not as... Oh, my gosh. See that stuff on the top, guys? That's... Oh, dear. Oh, I don't know how these... See that stuff on the top? See that swirling stuff? It looks a little bit like oil. That's actually algae. Uh-oh. You know what this means, don't you? If it keeps going down... I can't let the dogs keep swimming in here if it gets too much more algae because, uh-oh, that's a shame. Then what do I do? Oh, she's drinking it. She's drinking it. Ah! Do I... Oh, this fly's bad today, sorry. For those of you watching these videos from... Oh, and see that, guys? That, with my bare feet, is not a good idea because there could easily be a snake in there. That's the problem with summer. Got to be mindful of the little snaky wakey. So I'm also spring, probably. But that grass, even though it looks all nice and green, it was about... fuck, there's a lot of flies here, sorry. It was about... it literally was... I'm just walking up here. It was literally... not a metre, but, you know, like 30 centimetres high. So it would have been up just below my knees. And that is big enough to have a snake line there to keep warm, but be hidden. So, been dreaming of snakes a lot lately, so going to take that one seriously. Look, this is what I've got in front of me. Got this big tree, this she oak, so I'm going to have to go under it somehow. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. There we go. We got through that tree. So dry, isn't it? So dry. I think it's... I had a feeling it might get really, really dry in here. I was hoping that the ponds would stay a bit full for winter, so we still had water to swim in. We'll be alright. These bloody glasses, everyone, they're not staying on. So Alvin comes into my bed. He knows, he can feel intuitively that there's something very broken about me. And he comes in and he just puts his head, that's right, he just put his head, really gently, just put his head on the mattress. Just gently put his head on the mattress and just looked at me. That's right, he didn't even make a sound, that's right. He just really gently put his head on the bed next to me. Wasn't rough, wasn't, you know, just gentle. Wasn't pleading, wasn't begging. Just basically said, "Oh, gee, I'd love a walk." That's what his look was saying. And I went, yeah. As soon as he put his head on the mattress, just so gently, and he looks at me. He looked at me with like, "I love you." Oh, gee, I'd love a walk. And it's such a beautiful look. And trust me, Alvin can be very demanding. He can actually be so annoying. He can actually bark, you know, be really dominating, and he can get very insistent and very bratty. And that's why what he did today was so, I noticed it instantly. I noticed that he was saying, "I'd love a walk," but he did it in one of the most gentlest, most respectful, kindest, non-demanding ways. Look at this plant here. Isn't this incredible? Can you see it? Just growing. Just growing out of the sand. I've got calendula in my hair, if you're wondering why it looks so disgusting. What actually happens for me is I've got sores in my head. They come up when I'm really stressed. I put this cream in my hair and then it melts down. And I just brushed my hair, and so it brushes the calendula through my hair. This, where we are now, was where I went swimming one day. So all of this was underwater, and we were sitting, my husband was sitting there by that tree, or he was sitting there actually, right there by that tree, and I walked along and came down and I gave it a go and I was swimming in here. So this whole thing, not very long ago, I'm talking about like 3 months ago, that is a while. So I was swimming in here, doing laps, and now it's dry. Check this out. Check this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of wood out. Can you see it? Isn't that stunning? It looks like a little dragon. Don't you reckon? Can you see it? I can't see what the camera can see. Isn't that incredible? That is beautiful. That is really beautiful. Anyone watching this video and you find it annoying that I can't zoom in and out and look, I turn it around from me to what I can see, like looking at me and then turning around facing outwards. Just be aware that's the difference between videos and lives. I don't know how to turn this video around, okay? And I have tried, but with lives I can. But just be mindful that I'm going to, when I get my 5.0 Android, I will be doing YouTube lives. I can't upload my Facebook lives. I don't know what's going on. I've got so many of them now, and luckily YouTube, so I was able to get a few up, thank the Lord. But then I was able to work out that these videos uploaded pretty alright. Like obviously they get stored on my phone, whereas the lives don't take any storage space, and the videos take a lot of storage space. So I would really way rather any day be doing lives over videos. Plus, with the lives, what I love about the lives is people respond and I go, oh yeah, and I'm having a conversation with these people. I love the lives. They're brilliant. So the good old dried out riverbed, and I'll show you as it gets. I'll take your footage as winter comes on. This becomes a raging torrent. Like, I'll show you how. You're not gonna believe me, but you know, I see that tree there, about to that high underwater. So all of that underwater, like the whole way across. Okay, the whole way across. So those broken bits of wood there, they're under, and it's about up to there, all the way across. I know it's very, very difficult to imagine. It's very, very difficult to imagine, but the water would be 1, 2, 6, 8, 10 meters higher than what it is now. So I'd be underwater by two of me. So where I'm standing, where my head is, put my feet there and put another one of me above me, and that's where the water would be. So we're talking about really high up. And I know I speak about this a lot, but you should see this river in flood. It is phenomenal. It is just like, whoa! I mean, you can see the power in this sand. You can see the torrent of water. You can see with all of the wood. Like, you can see it here. You can see the trees got knocked out. You can see the trees in that. You can see, you know, all the water here. You know, you can see the wood in the trees there. The wood everywhere that got knocked in by the water, by the flood. And then it dries down to dryness, just sand everywhere. Torrent of water to sand. You know, cycles of life, guys, cycles of life. I did a live on this once before. See, I find this stuff very fascinating, the flow. And this every year this fills up with water, becomes a torrent, and then it dries out. Every year. This is my first year of discovering this area. So I'm going to start, what I'd really like to do is start taking some really amazing photos or something, because I just find it fascinating. But you know what? See these little cute little trees here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful little darling here. Can you see it in the... Oh, look at her. She's tiny. Do you know how hot it is here? And she's growing in pure sand. It's just incredible. Look at her. Look at her. You know? Just fascinating, isn't it? Absolutely fascinating. Just growing in sand, for goodness sakes. But there must be a reservoir of water deep underneath. This is why I love trees so much and nature so much. And I've always said this is another beautiful one here. Can you see it? She's a little teenager now. She's getting there. It's just beautiful. I love this place so much. I did a live earlier. I did a video earlier, which I'm not going to post. I don't think I'm going to post it. But basically what happened was I was discussing about being in Northern as a single woman. Would I have chosen? I was completely settled in Mount Lawley, which is, I was right in the CBD of Perth City, the capital city of Western Australia. I was like a 10-minute walk from the CBD, where I could club anywhere. I literally was a 5-minute walk from Beaufort Street, which is the coffee strip of WA. Check out this little darling here. I can't see what you guys can see. See this? She's growing. She gets enough shade from these she oaks that she's going to survive. Isn't that stunning? Mind you, next year when the floods come, have we got her in the video? Where's my foot? Yeah, next year when the floods come, she might get taken out. Little Zeena. Same as this she oak here. See this beautiful little baby she oak? Growing, growing, growing. Wow. Goodness knows. Maybe in the flood next year, maybe she'll get taken out. Let's pray she doesn't. Let's pray she can grow like this. Anyways, what I wanted to say about the Northern thing was, because this particular video, I've got 2 minutes left before it shuts down. But I've learnt it shuts down because of maximum storage, and then what happens is these glasses are really annoying me, hey. The arms have gone too loose and they just keep falling off. Basically, that video, which I won't send, was just saying, would I have come to Northern as a single female in sort of the prime of my life, like 52, but strong and fit enough as a 30-year-old. My house was completely set. I'd been there for 8 years. It was renovated to the nth degree. It was everything I desired, and no, that's not true. It's not everything I desired, but I had made my house perfect. Okay, it was government housing, so home-based housing. So it was mine for the rest of my life, as long as I fitted the criteria. Kept fitting the criteria. And I could get a transfer anywhere in WA, and I could have got a transfer to a property that I could purchase. Because that was a townhouse in the middle of a strata, I couldn't get a Key Start loan to purchase it. But I could have gotten a transfer to any Homes West house in WA, in a country town. Anyway, I could have gone anywhere in WA, and I could have chosen a property which was one that I could purchase. So you only have to live there for, I think, 1 year as a tenant, and then you can go for a loan. So I could have purchased the property and owned it outright myself. Not the one I was in Mount Lawley, but no one. So that is literally, because, oh, see this is, now that is snake country in there. And they're brown. They're a real sort of a real light browny sort of yellow colour. Like they merge. They look like sand. Like literally a camouflage quite beautifully. And that is where a lot of snakies would choose to live in there. A lot of safety. They get big, ouch, they bury little holes everywhere. Oh gosh, guys, I'm just trying to say that would I have moved to Northern as a single female in the prime of my life? And I said in my previous video, no, I wouldn't have. No. If I was making decisions for myself as a single woman, my decisions would have been very different. Very, 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 very different. I would have found somewhere near the ocean. I would have found somewhere maybe I would have gone over east. Got heaps of friends over east. Maybe I would have gone to another country. I would have made decisions knowing that I was making decisions for me as a single woman. But Northern was a decision made as a married woman, a committed married woman to the love of my life, with all these dreams, you know, and my radical acceptance of this reality that I'm in. These walks along this river on my own with my 2 dogs. Sure. I think, wow, this is incredible. Like, look at this beautiful reality of mine. How spectacular. And I would not be here. Would not be here, guys. Wouldn't be here if Anthony and I didn't get married, because I didn't even know Northern existed. This was his dream. He saw Northern when he was coming past on a train in his early 20s or something. Fuck off, flies. I hate flies. Basically, that's a train going by. You can't see it in the bush, but that's the train. I love it. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's there. Radical acceptance, peoples. Radical acceptance. And this deep grief is this. Like the river's drying up, the water's going,